The Filipino martial arts are known for fighting with sticks. Why? Before the arrival of the Spanish in the 1500s, the original Filipinos were known for their skills with a long blade. In fact, the legendary explorer Ferdinand Magellan experienced his demise when the tribe led by Filipino chieftain Lapu-Lapu engaged the forces of Magellan on Mactan Island. Magellan thought it would be easy to overtake the islands of the Philippines. However, as history shows, it didn't turn out too well for him. But it wasn't until the arrival of Miguel de Legazpi in 1565 that the Europeans finally set up the first European settlements in what would eventually become known as the Philippines. The Spanish realized that they couldn't take over the islands by force, so they used religious and cultural conversion in order to infiltrate the society of the island natives. One of the first things the Spanish banned was, you guessed it, the ownership and brandishing of blades by the Filipino natives. The Spanish claimed that they were doing this to protect them, that they would be safer as long as they were under Spanish rule. However, the real reason why the Spanish did this was to preserve their own power. The real reason why the Spanish did this was so that the Filipino natives did not pose a threat to Spanish rule. So, as a means of preserving power and keeping in control, the Spanish banned the ownership and brandishing of blades. It's for this reason why Filipinos had to resort to training and fighting with this, because they weren't allowed to own or carry this. Now, what does this have to do with the Second Amendment of the United States? Everything. If history has taught us anything, it's that when a government decides to disarm the people, it leaves the people of the land incapable of protecting themselves from an oppressive, tyrannical government. It happened in the Philippines, and it can happen here. The forefathers of the United States knew this all too well, and as a result, they made it a constitutional right for the American people to possess the arms they needed to fight back against a tyrannical, oppressive government should history repeat itself. This government could be foreign or even domestic. A lot of people think that this is paranoid, conspiracy theory-based thinking. A lot of people claim that this can't happen because it's never happened before. Well, a huge reason why it hasn't happened before is because of the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is our shield against tyranny. It's what keeps us as free American people free. The Second Amendment is not about hunting. It's about the ability to protect yourself against an oppressive, tyrannical government or from a bunch of thugs trying to kick in your front door. In the Philippines, the sword was the means that the natives used to protect their freedoms. Once a tyrannical government decided to ban them, it became difficult for the Filipinos to maintain their sense of freedom. Here in the United States, it's the firearm, specifically the semi-automatic rifle, that is the true symbol of self-reliance, self-protection, and freedom. My parents were Filipino immigrants who worked hard to come to this country as a means to obtain the freedoms that this great country offers. As Americans, let's do our part to keep these freedoms intact.